Hello and welcome to Drunk Tolk. I'm your host Ross and joined still here with the lads for part 2 of the Council of Elrond. Council of Lads, Council of Cans. Well into me cans now at this stage actually, so apologies in advance, listeners. This could get messy. How are the boys?
Still good.
Still good.
Still good, yeah.
Still good, yeah. It's been a week since I seen you, isn't it?
Maybe even longer.
I think we did well to get as far into this fucking chapter as we did initially. Like, we made good. Not to go. Paul, how are you?
I'm still grand.
Yeah. I just have to introduce everyone again quickly. And are you still drinking fucking bullshit, or what are you drinking?
Aldi's finest still. I have downed a bottle, a can, and a can of cider. So IPAs.
Cider?
Yeah, like I said, the cloudy lemon. So now I'm on Memphis juice and another pale ale.
So is lemon cider a thing, or is that something different? I thought cider was exclusively apples.
Mm-hmm. Fruit, if it's alcoholic, there's no cider.
You can do it.
I don't think.
Well,
No, I'm going to put my foot down here and say cider has to be apple.
well, Ross, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Yeah, jot that down. Jot that down. Yeah, that's true. Actually, what do you pray for?
I still have another bottle of Belfast Pale Ale.
No, what do you pray for?
What do I pray for? Peace and tranquility across the world.
Oh, okay.
Nice like that. Thinking about this.
A good game.
Good game.
Is that what you pray for a bowl of good games, then?
Well, when I'm watching
I
Ireland,
just assume he's playing. There was days where I would have prayed, just for a good game. Let me play well, even if we lose.
Oh,
I don't know if I'd
alright.
be praying now about that. I think I'd be thinking it.
Some days I pray for silence. And some days I pray for my soul. And other days I pray to the gods of sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Where is that going?
Meatloaf, please. Meatloaf. Oh. And Oshie, what are you drinking?
Belfast Pale Ale. Another bottle.
Oh, yeah, and the local stuff, right? Good gear. And Duffy, how are you?
Good man, lads.
You were drunk the last time I fucking
I was
you.
pissed
You're
last
definitely drunk now.
I'm on my fourth Guinness. I'm alright. I'm tipsy now, and if I've any more, yeah, I'll be drunk. I still have 2 more. No, yeah, I'm just happy to be with the lads, talking about Lord of the Rings, drinking cans.
So this is what it's about.
That's it.
This is what it's about. This is why we started this thing.
Do you find that like you people ask you what you're doing for the weekend? It's like, it's the same thing I'm doing every weekend.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm drinking cans with the lads and talking about Lord of the Rings, and there's only so many times people outside your circle can hear that.
Yeah.
Don't ask anymore.
Yeah.
And we're not even close to halfway through this thing. We're going to be doing this in 2024, like.
It's what we'll be known for.
Yeah.
At this rate.
It's like, people are going to stop asking me what am I doing on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven forbid I actually get another, hobby or something. Because I have no time in me diary.
Between reading the book and making the pod and fucking doing the pod and writing the team tune, singing the team tune.
No, you can't talk about Little Britain. That is 100% cancelled.
Is it?
They took it down off the E4 player, I think.
Yeah. I think
you can't get it on that, or BBC player, whatever one it was on.
There's a bit of blackface in there and this kind of thing, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, they definitely played minstrels in a few episodes. I remember them. They're there eating their cereal.
Sure, there's still a minstrel parade in fucking Holland.
That's a different thing. That's Sweet Pete. That's a different thing. That's Sweet Pete.
Still a minstrel.
Well, no. Yes and no. I've spoken to a load of Dutch people about this, and they think it's stupid and needs to stop. But it's not. It's got nothing to do with black people.
They would say that, though, wouldn't it?
It looks bad to the untrained eye, but they're very defensive about it. It's like it's Santa's helper, because you come down the chimney, you get covered in soot, and that's the tradition comes from that. But of course, in 2021, lads, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Fucking Dutch,
give it a miss.
mad bastards. We're actually quite popular in the Netherlands. So, anyone who, from the Netherlands, you want to get in touch and talk us about Sweet Pete. And, explain yourself. Explain yourself.
I had to look that up for a second, but it's like in The Office, Dwight plays Belschnickel, and then he's like the Santa Claus of the Dutch Christmas, and then he's got like whatever, is it Sweet Pete? Is you're saying?
Yeah, I think Sweet Pete. You have to do with Dutch. Sweet Pete.
Sweet Pete. Yeah.
That's the way it was explained to me. Sweet Pete.
Yeah. Remember the office, he go around whipping people with like
Have you
sticks
been-
if they were bold.
No, that's Krampus. No, that's a different thing. That's a German thing. Yeah, Krampus is like what they had for Santa Claus, where it's the opposite, where he battered children for
No,
being
but
bold.
wasn't Dwight from the Netherlands, like Dutch, proper Dutch? So he was.
Yeah, I
Belgian-
know the office
Belgian.
is not a reliable source.
Oh yeah, yeah, I understand
European
that.
folklore. Anyway, Netherlands, explain yourselves. Get in touch.
We actually have a Dutch patron. If you were listening to this and wanted to,
Oh, not anymore. Not anymore.
Not
not after
no,
this.
maybe not.
Not after this.
Fill
Oh,
us in.
Jesus.
Can you
Listen,
cancel a
Deacon.
country?
Yes. Next question.
Back
Lord
to
of
the
the
pod,
Rings,
lads.
lads. Lord
Back
of
to
the
the
Rings.
pod.
For fuck's sake, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's gone mad. It's gone mad. Here, what's the fuck crack? Where were we? Gandalf was chatting away in the council, wasn't he, Owen? What the fuck was he mouthing at?
Oh Jesus, where do I start? Gandalf was telling us his story. Fucking hell, what happened? He
Story about him and Aragorn tracking Gollum. How they tracked him for so long, and eventually Aragorn came upon his tracks by chance and got him, and then brought him to Gandalf because he wouldn't speak. And then from there, they find out what he had told the people in Mordor.
The enemy, yeah.
The enemy.
Yeah.
so he was tortured in Mordor, but Aragorn went and caught him again
Yeah.
when they tried to before. And then Aragorn brought him to Mirkwood dungeons. And then, Gollum was there, held captive for a long time, and then he escaped. Did he escape?
No, he didn't
He
escape.
escaped?
They let him out or something. They threw him loose.
No.
No, he was climbing up a tree, wasn't he? And like, they used to let him loose for a while just to get a bit of air. And he climbed up a tree and he won't come down, so they waited. And then an orc pack stormed and fucking started attacking the elves. And then he
Used
got
it.
free.
Distraction technique.
Yeah.
And Aragorn didn't like that.
And I love the. I know we touched on it last episode, but if we can go back to it a little bit, Saruman turning himself into the multicolored. So his logic there. Does anyone want to explain that, or do you want me to give a go? Or
You can give it a go, yeah.
Saruman, in my reading of it, he's a megalomaniac. You know, he fucking loves himself, and he thinks he's class, and he thinks he's super powerful. He thinks he's more powerful than Gandalf, although he's still jealous of him. And I think he just fucking hates Radagast, and he hates everyone. He thinks like there's a new age coming, right? It is the age of elves is over, and the age of men is coming. And I think that's not up for dispute, really. The way I was reading it, everyone knows that's happening, including the elves. But Saruman sees that this is happening, and he wants to be in charge of this new age because men are idiots, basically. He wouldn't chance it with the elves. So in order to do this, he decides to level himself up. And so he levels himself up by breaking the white light within him to become Saruman the multicolored, to which Gandalf, after listening to this big long bullshit story, has the best reply going. I liked white.
Yeah.
Fucking class, yeah.
Yeah, after the big spiel that Saruman did, Gandalf's like, I prefer white.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. He was like, talk about belittling a man. Like, no wonder he fucking hates Gandalf.
And what a time to do it too. And it was saying that he was like, he nearly, he was practicing this speech that he was going to give Gandalf. He knew what he was going to say, and Gandalf like, doesn't matter, I prefer white.
Yeah. Oh,
Class.
way to fucking piss in his cornflakes.
Yeah, class. I love that.
Yeah. I do like the logic of, when you put white light through a prism and then you get the whole colours of the rainbow or whatever
The
it is.
rainbow,
I'm not
yeah.
a scientist here. Maybe Bull will be able to keep me right.
No, that's true.
But it seemed like a cool piece.
There was a lot about Saruman in this chapter. I have a bit of a hot take on Saruman in this one. If you will, like, go for now.
Oh,
or
fucking
will I-
jump straight in,
Yes.
2 feet done.
Right. Here we go. Are you ready, lads?
Oh, you fuck, you
Down
good.
for it.
Right. So, like, we talked about it before as well, but when Gandalf went to Saruman said he was one of 3 things. He said he was Gandalf fucking Saruman the multicolored. Saruman. Start again.
You're having a mare.
I know, yeah. He was Saruman the multicultural.
Jesus, the multicultural.
Where is this gonna go?
What does that mean? He eats paella on a Tuesday, and then he has a little
Carbonara
on
on the Wednesday.
He's French lessons on a Friday.
Oh, just give me a minute.
Jeez, have a swig of Guinness there. Go on, that'll help you.
Give us a minute, get a bit of fuel in me.
Jeez, the last episode was almost professional by the standards of this thing. Like,
right, you know. Unique New York. Unique New York. Syphilis. Right. I'm going to go back a few chapters. Ross, when we were in the inn at Bree, you had a hot take that there was an Urukai there, yeah? And we talked recently about Gollum. That Gollum was... He got up into the tree and it was nearly like... It was set up that...
Get loose, by the orcs,
By the orcs. Now, we know at this stage as well, because Gandalf said that Saruman... Nailed it. Saruman was already had wolves and orcs on his side. So I think Saruman sent these orcs to free Gollum, because Gollum knew about the ring. And throughout the whole chapter, it's been all about, well, in the Saruman bit anyway, that he wanted to know where the ring was. So he was going to do anything he could to get this ring. So he sent the lads to free Gollum. He sent a spy over fucking to chat to Bill Fernie, whatever it was. He, I think he also fucking dressed up as a Black Rider and went to Dane and was like, come here, I'll give you rings if you tell me where the Hobbit is. I told you it's a hot take, and get ready, lads.
That is scalding.
Scalding. When Gandalf first met Saruman, Gandalf, the first thing he noticed was he had a new ring on his finger. So Saruman's making rings, and maybe he's giving them out to people he wants to fucking get on his side. We know he's fucking adept in ring lore, so he could have made rings that were able to, be controlled by the One Ring. So that was his goal, right? He was trying to get the One Ring. So that was my thing. Like, he was just pure. Like, everything he did in this chapter was to get the ring. So yeah, I think it was just Saruman playing tricks throughout the whole thing.
That's a good hot take.
Trying to get the ring.
That's a good hot take. I don't know if I believe that those orcs are anything other than Sauron's orcs, because Mirkwood Forest is already wrecked with Sauron's influence. But it's good.
Isengard's closer to Mirkwood than Mordor is. Way closer. Like half the distance.
But it's not as close as Dol Guldur and those other parts that we know are Sauron's domain, and like the Easterlings, which are Sauron's, like puppets, and that's the border of Mirkwood, isn't it? Like, or near enough to it.
Yeah.
And the northern Misty Mountains and stuff like that. But no, I like it. I'm struggling here to come up with reasons why it's not, other than it's not.
Well, that's why it's a hot take. That's why it's a hot take.
It's good. Yeah, very good.
You mentioned there about Gollum escaping because he was helped by a bunch of orcs.
We did. No.
But we didn't mention how that was like Legolas's reason why he was in the council. That was why he came.
Yes, no, we didn't. Go ahead, Bull.
Well, that's why he was there.
Well said.
On the order of his dad,
Yeah.
Thranduil.
had found Gollum after fucking
He was
months
there
of searching.
fucking kicking his fucking feet, so he was, I'm sorry boys, I did a boo-boo. I did a boo-boo. We lost the most important fucking evil creature in the fucking world we had captive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The mischievous little wiry
Creature.
Aragorn, like, thank God he's in the Mirkwood dungeons, and then Aragorn, like, actually,
this is awkward.
I think Aragorn jumps up. He's like, "You didn't, lads."
Spent so long chasing him.
I will say this, right, and I understand that the movies had to make lots of changes from the book just to make it a good movie, and by and large, you'd say they did everything that they could to make it as good a movies as possible, so you wouldn't complain. But one thing I 100% agree that they did right was ignore that multicolour bullshit. It's class to read it, but it would have looked fucking nonsense on the screen.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't have. It just would have gone against everything that has been done up to that point.
A tie-dye t-shirt, like a fucking hippie.
Yeah.
He's like, look at me now, Gandalf. You want some of this?
Is he wearing open-toe sandals as well?
I was thinking lines of colour down, all the way down, and glittery, like Panty Bliss.
Oh, right.
I was thinking as well, like the hair, because like Gandalf the Grey is grey haired, and Saruman the White is white haired. Does he have multicolored hair now? Like,
Oh, now he looks like Billie Eilish.
yeah,
I definitely like white. I think he's right. Gandalf is right. I like white.
yeah.
I prefer that. You look ludicrous, man.
You can't say that now, Ross. You can't say you like white things.
Why? Bull, will you stop it, will you?
Does that open the door
just-
for Gandalf to become who he does, or?
A white supremacist.
But like, can he become Gandalf the White if there's already another white?
There's 2 blue wizards.
So I'm looking forward to getting there because I can't remember. Yeah, there's 2 blues.
And a brown.
Right, you're right there. And I'm also looking forward to getting there to see like Gandalf came back a new colour. How does that exactly work? Because there was already a school of thought that Gandalf was already more powerful than Saruman, regardless of his colour. It's not like a layer and white's on top and like grey's next and blue's below or anything like that. It's, you know, he comes back different. But
It's quite subconsciously white supremacist to say that white is the best in the first place.
All right, calm down.
All right, calm down. Fucking scumbag. Don't be talking about Lord of the Rings like that. Fucking. No, I just don't think it's true. Well, in fairness, like white and black magic predates fucking racism, in fairness, like as we know in the Irish language, where we have blue people walking around. But yeah, I'm glad they took out the multicoloured nonsense. Even though it's quite cool to read and I like the logic, but it would look stupid on the screen, in fairness. Like, should we give a shout out to Radagast?
Radagast the Brown. Radagast the Fool.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
He plays his part.
He's a friend to animals and beasts alike.
Gets fucking Gandalf nicked is what he does.
No, but it's not his fault. He's tricked.
He also gets him out. There's no moth.
He doesn't
no moth
even
in the
mean to
book.
get him out. All he said was send fucking word to Orthanc about news. He didn't say save Gandalf if he doesn't come back in 3 days.
Yeah, but even Gandalf was like, "Oh no, what happens if Radagast is evil?" But then he's like, "Nah, I don't think he has it in him."
No, I would have been able to tell.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a. He doesn't got that kind of mojo. So it's cool. Like obviously, I love in the movie Gandalf grabbing the moth and then going,
Yeah.
or whatever. But Radagast probably deserves a shout out there because he did his job to perfection and it all worked out in the end. And that's probably why Gandalf didn't even fight.
Yeah, there was no fucking tripping battle. I like that.
No
game of
wild-
scotches in the hall.
Question. The fucking
Do you know what,
spinneroonies.
man, right? Is it not a bit? Was it not a bit? It's a bit weird. Like they just go trip at each other in the movie. Like what's that bit? There's no way to block this shot. Like what?
No, I like the bit where Gandalf's spinning around in circles. Like, "Hi,
Yeah, on his shoulder slash head.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's class.
And then what? Like he's
yeah,
launched through the
spinnies.
trapdoor in the roof. I mean, they don't really explain how he gets up there.
Yeah.
They say it's 1,000 steps in the book, but
Yeah, at least there are steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he just hits the roof in the film.
He's just in the room.
Saruman would be up there shouting at him every now and again. He just goes, "Oh yeah, you're shouting," and it just happens to be the time the eagles arriving. But yeah, I think that's why Gandalf doesn't fight him because he's like, "Nah, Radagast will say it to the boys, so I know I'll get rescued here eventually."
Like even Gandalf says it himself. He's like, I knew by Radagast when he was talking to me. He knew he wasn't turned, like as in, you know, Saruman was. He knew he was a good lad.
Yeah.
So
As soon as he started talking to Saruman, there was an air of like strange and evil around him or something. He said,
How the fuck did he not see the pits of smoke and millions of orcs around Isengard? As soon as he got up on the top of the place, he was like, "Oh Jesus, this is the villainous pit."
doesn't look the way it does in the film. Hills and stuff, I guess.
And the guards that were acting weird or something, weren't they? Like they weren't going to let him in or some shit. He knew something straight away. Something's off in this place.
Yeah.
Close the doors right behind him, and he says, "Sure, what do I have to worry about?" But also, why are they closing the gate?
He has a lot to worry about.
yeah, he also he said he had a feeling that he shouldn't be there, but you know.
Oh, he was there.
And so after the Gandalf, then who's next? Who gets up and fucking has a big chat?
I think it's we need to mention that they need him to prove that it's the ring. It's like, sure, that's just a fucking plain ring.
Yeah, they don't trust. First of all, how dare they? That's fucking Gandalf the Grey, right?
And
It's fucking
second
Gandalf.
of all, he just counts.
Yeah, he just counts. So he just says, right, so the 9 are the Nazgul, self-explained,
Yep.
grand. The 7 are lost, and then the dwarf is like, I'm fucking good. But he doesn't say anything, though. He just has a little like spasm or some shit. And so apparently that's taken for granted that they're gone.
That's 16.
And then he says that the 3 they're accounted for. And it's like, he doesn't say like, well, I have one, Elrond has one, and Galadriel has one.
Yeah.
He just says the 3 are the 3, and that leaves just the 1. But then he also says, oh well, listen, the Nazgul were chasing us, so is that not fucking reason enough?
Why else are they chasing us?
Yeah.
Just with a crack, like.
I just love that he counted. It's like, is that not enough for you? There's so many times of like, if you refer to my previous email, like Elrond at one stage goes to Glowin, I think at the end, when Glowin's like, can we not just use the Glowin? I'm going to change it so that his name is Glowin now. Glowin in the dark. Glowin's asks, it's like, what can we do with the 3 elf rings that you do have? And then Elrond goes,
Nah.
are you fucking listening, man? Did you not hear anything I fucking said? He like is pure silence for a while. He's just like,
It is a bit like a work meeting,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's a little bit like a work meeting, and I fucking hate work meetings. I fucking hate them. Oh, my job is one meeting to the
meetings
next.
about meetings.
Yeah. If you could refer to my previous email. Well, fuck you, Sharon.
Ross, you have no
I-
authority here to kick me out of the meeting.
Oh, stop.
Is that you, Jackie Weaver?
Jackie Weaver.
Yeah, and so in the movie, obviously, Gimli fucking has a go at the ring. Like, he has a go.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of it. Run. Go.
I like that ambition, like.
Yeah. Nothing
Yeah.
like that.
That's the real have you not been listening point, like only in the fire.
Also, it means Gimli's the only person in history that tried to destroy the ring. That's why it's also fucking ludicrous they put that in. I know they needed to show, oh look, this is why we have to go. You know, this is the stakes here, and but I mean, way to give Gimli a fucking legendary moment, Peter Jackson. Breaking all fucking canon. You can't destroy the ring. No one can try to. That's the whole fucking point.
All of that is said. I had a fan come up to me knowing that we do the pod and like might have an inkling about the answer, and he said, there's nowhere in the film where it says it's powerful. I'm like, well, they do, and you're wrong. But yeah, like they do have to put that in the film to show it for that kind of person who doesn't see the power. You know, you can't just take Elrond on his word that he's saying it's the most powerful thing and no weapon can destroy it. Show me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did. It's cool. And Gimli, fair play to you.
Yeah. Have we got to the part when Gandalf starts talking fucking Mordor speech?
No, that's
starts
just
talking
what he
about the
does.
ring?
That's at the end of where how's he explaining. He goes to Gondor, reads what Isildur's little letter is, and he's proving to the audience that this is the One Ring, and then he speaks the Black Speech.
Oh, and it's good. It's good.
Baj Naj Bombadil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking class.
Yeah, I like that in the extended editions. The sky literally fucking clouds over and all this kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
The movie did good.
Quite good.
At so many places.
Yeah, the movie did good. Yeah,
100%.
no one has ever spoken that speech here before, Gandalf. Yeah,
So many direct quotes right from it.
Yeah, movie
good
did
stuff.
good there, 100%. It's great read.
Good read.
And then
It gives us a nice little tidbit of information about Rohan somewhere about there.
yes, this is fucking interesting, Oshin.
This is a weird one.
Because what is the context? They're asking about, like, you know, Mordor's reach is growing, and they're afraid that
Some people have already been lost to Mordor. And they
Lake
don't know.
Town has become a kingdom. What is the name of the kingdom that used to be Lake Town and the Hobbit? It's like fucking near Dane.
It's
And they're
Dale.
afraid. They're
The Kingdom of Dale.
Kingdom of Dale. They're going to go to Mordor, basically. They're afraid because they're surrounded on all sides.
Yeah.
And if they've not already gone, which I think is class. Like in the movie, it's just like you're evil or you're good, you know. And there's still a bit of that in the book, of course. But it's like
more grey.
It's not just as simple as like, oh, I'm evil, so I'm going to join Mordor.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
Being forced in.
Yeah, there's geopolitics at play, basically. So Rohan sends tribute every year to Mordor.
Yeah, horses, isn't it?
I don't think that's every year, though. I think that's because your man is under the corruption of Saruman, like you see in the
that's
films. No, has that not happened
No,
yet?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so, because
It doesn't say it yet.
Gandalf went to Rohan, and you know what I mean. He was already in Rohan, so it hasn't happened yet. That's where the eagle dropped Gandalf off. Was
Yeah,
Everest.
to get Shadowfax.
Also, why did he drop him there if, you know...
It was close.
Yeah, but
Close to
you know
Isengard.
what was closer? The Shire.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was fucking the other direction.
Not to Isengard.
Yeah, but what's he going to do in the Shire?
Orthanc is right beside Edres. It's really
Yeah.
close. Its Shire is fucking ages away.
It's close going south, but, you know, if he went the same distance going north, he could have dropped him near the old forest.
No, but it says Orthanc is literally on the borders of the Gap of Rohan, which is right,
Yeah.
like literally there. And pardon my pun, but as the eagle flies,
Yeah, I'm with you, Owen. I'm with you.
He went southeast instead of southwest. I mean, northwest.
Because Gandalf asked him, how long can you carry me? Like, he's a big eagle, but he...
But he could have carried him that way instead of this
and
way.
what, drop him in the Misty Mountains?
Yeah.
But then what would he have done? And dropped him in the middle of nowhere with no horse?
But he needed
Yeah,
to
but
get
he
a
needed to go
horse.
somewhere
He needed to get a
productive.
fucking pony. He literally said, I'll drop you with the horse lords. It's close by and that'll give you a lift.
Fair enough. Okay.
The eagle tells him this. That's how he gets the fucking good pony.
Shadowfax.
Yeah, some job, innit?
He's a fucking Ferrari. He's a rocket.
Yeah.
Who remembers how fast he went at the same time it took Frodo to get them from Hobbiton to Bree?
No, tell me more.
No, Hobbiton to the Barrow Downs.
how many days did it take Frodo?
It took us fucking, what, 8 chapters?
Didn't it take like 3 days or something?
Gandalf got there in the same time. From
Yeah.
Rohan to fucking Hobbiton.
That's the way I was reading it as well. Like when Gandalf got Shadowfax, Shadowfax was nearly so quick that Gandalf was trying to catch the hobbits, but he was always overshooting and going too far. Like he was meant to catch them at Weathertop, but he got there 3 days after, or
Yeah.
3 days before, and then he was meant to get to wherever it was next. But it was always like Shadowfax was too fucking quick, and Gandalf was getting there way too early.
Well, he was late to Bree, but yeah.
Again, did the movie do him justice?
Yeah,
Shadowfax.
100%.
You know, he should have just been fucking flying like
Yeah, it's literally gliding.
Like, you should have had to see Gandalf put on a helmet, like a windshield. Like, he's going that fast.
But he's going back to Rohan, like, what is that? So they send horses to Mordor, and people are like, but we don't think they're
Yeah.
evil. They're just
Yeah, what?
doing that to keep themselves right or something like.
Like just
Yeah.
keep them sweet.
Keep them subservient. It reminds me of A Bug's Life. You know, the ants and the grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're
It's
trying
like,
to
what do they get in return? Is it protection? Is it?
just stay away from you. We won't bother you anymore.
But then Boromir also says Rohan is the only people that ever help Gondor out. So they're playing both sides, so they always come out on top.
All they do
Exactly
is
what
win.
they're doing.
Oh, class.
Can't blame them.
I play both
If you had
sides.
Mordor against you, wouldn't you do anything?
It's
to
fucking
keep them
mad,
safe?
isn't it? Like, they're not
You
just
know.
like
You
devils
know how
and
mad they are.
ghosts and orcs. Like, there's obviously somebody going up to Rohan and be like, you need to send us tribute here. Like, this is a tax. Otherwise, we come and fuck your shit up.
Same as that boy who got sent telling the dwarves to find the ring for him. There's someone going to Rohan being like, you know, we got shit going on.
It also made me think, who's given the Black Riders horses? Because, you know,
Makes sense?
regular animals don't like these guys. But wolves are usually the form of transport. But you can't go around fucking the Shire and Bree and a wolf.
So they're Rohirrim horses they're on.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Must be.
Must be. Especially trained black ones. That's
I
mad.
love that in the movie. They were like, muster the Rohirrim. It's probably, it's just such a
Muster.
good line. Muster the Rohirrim. So good.
There's other groups of men that aren't in the movies that we'll meet on our journey. And none of them apparently give a fucking flying fuck about Mordor. Or maybe they're just too inconsequential. Other than Gondor and Rohan, it make you think they're the only two real groups of men. Apart from the odd village in the north. But there are more that we'll meet on the journey. I'll just keep that, I'll play that close to my chest for a wee while, boys. But I just thought that was, I love that, just that one throwaway line about Rohan sending tribute to Mordor. Changes the whole world for me. Changes everything.
I just thought that was because you're a man, but now that you've made me think about it more, that like if they're not doing that because he's under Saruman's order to do it, then yeah, they're just playing the sides. Yeah.
Was Grima wearing tongue already there? Like,
He could be there, but I don't think the spell is taken over from him. And also, Saruman was, in my mind, he was only pretending to be in league with Mordor. He was out for himself, though. You know, a new power is rising, kind of thing.
It's amazing.
Bit of a Mussolini.
Yeah. He wanted the ring for himself, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
He was planning on betraying Mordor.
But surely, if Gandalf rocked up, he would have known that something was wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, if anyone would have been Gandalf, right?
He's the bomb.
He is.
He's the bee's knees.
I ask you a question, lads. Have you ever held a secret in and told nobody? Do you know the way you'll have a secret and you'll tell somebody?
Do I have any secrets? I'm not saying any of them on the podcast. That's the terrible idea.
I remember one as a child.
That you've kept?
Not that I kept, but it's one specific thing where I remember a secret and I got super excited because it was a secret. You remember when you used to do that magpie thing? You see one for sorrow, two for joy. And it goes the whole way up to
3 for girl, 4 for
it
boy.
goes the whole way up to 7 for
It's
a
not
secret,
4 for
never
pie.
to be told. What was it? 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold.
I thought O'Duffy said 3 for a girl and 4 for pie.
No, but anyway, right. So 7 for a secret,
only.
never to be told. So I used to always be counting magpies in the car if we were going somewhere. You'd see 1, you'd see 2, maybe you'd
Is
see
that
3
an
or
Irish
4.
thing?
I don't know. Is that all over the world? Let us know. And one day, I swear to God, I seen 7. Right, so I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on? I've seen 7 magpies in one go. Like this is."
And you never
this
told
is
anyone.
world. No. But no. So right after I seen these 7 magpies, right, I was like, I can't believe it. I'm gonna find out a secret, Mom. Literally, so we're driving in the road in the car because that's when you see these things. And she's just like, right, I do have a secret. And I was like, my 8-year-old brain could not take this. I was like, oh my God, this is insane.
Brilliant. So you didn't say anything out loud? She just came out
I
with
think
this
so.
information.
This is how I remember it in my head.
I don't believe it. We're going.
But anyway, it was that she was minding a child next door or something. That was it. Don't tell anyone.
Illegitimate
She
child.
didn't want anyone to know. Like, don't tell anyone. I'm like, oh, well, there's a secret.
And
But
cash
it was amazing.
A cash and hand job.
Yeah.
Don't tell the tax man.
Exactly.
Right.
You know our mother.
I have a mad secret that I should never to be
Yeah,
told.
so let's go.
But it's so stupid, right?
Oh my God! Oh, there's a micro penis.
This'll I don't know if anyone knows this, but right when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I used to love, like the Coke and noodles and the stuff that you boil in water and you put the seasoning in.
Real
and all
healthy
that
stuff.
crack, yeah. I used to love it when I was a kid, but
I love him as an adult.
Yeah, I ate one of them yesterday.
100%.
I hate that
still,
pot noodle pretend.
still like it now.
Coca is the only way to go.
Coca
Only
all
way
the
to
way.
go.
Yeah, right. But wait to see, right? It was like one of them things that like Mom's like, now, if you don't finish this, I won't buy you it again. So I was like, fair enough. So I was only like 7, so I'd eat half of it, and then the rest to be left there. I'm like, what do I do with this? So I used to like take the cases of videos and like stuff the rest of the noodles in there, and they'd be in there for weeks, and I'd throw them out on the slide, and Dad'd be like, where are the video covers gone? Now it wasn't the ones that open, like the plastic
why
ones.
not just flush it down the toilet or something? Like why the
Because
video cover?
I couldn't leave the room. Molly was like the bounder, the bodyguard. But if I came out with a half plate, I wouldn't get any more. But they were delicious, so I had to find a way.
Oh my
It was
God.
either that or like stick them up my arse or something.
Oh, lads.
So I stuck them in like the DVD kit or the video
the
case,
VHS case.
and then I like the V8,
just
but
The
the
sleeve.
cardboard ones,
The sleeve
the
from it.
cardboard sleeves, that you go.
For the
oh my God.
And there'd be like
You're
4
a
of them.
little rat.
There'd be 4 of them
You're a
lined up,
little
and they'd
rat.
be just full of noodles. But I'd be like, but they're so delicious. I need more noodles, but I can't eat all the noodles. So how do I do it? And that was my thing.
Do you want ants? This is
That
how
was
you
my
get
thing.
ants.
And I don't think everyone, even like I threw out the cases without mom or dad or anyone knowing, and that was my thing.
My God, that is glorious.
There you
That
go.
is fucking glorious.
There you go.
And like, you say you leave
No
it for
one knew.
weeks, like.
Not weeks. But the thing about it is, the noodles would just go hard again, like they were in the packet. So I'm like, what shit are we
Oh,
eating?
you're through the
we
looking
just-
glass here. Or...
Yeah.
As a
Like, do I just add a
7-year-old.
bit more hot water to this?
How many hard noodles are in my belly?
Your belly's full of water. It's okay.
Oh.
Oh, I suppose it is. Jesus, that's good gear. Jesus.
Yeah, the room, like Pinocchio cases, Aladdin cases, full of noodles.
Instant noodles. Just
Instant noodles, yeah.
Oh.
Not instant, they'd be there for weeks, but they were
they
instant.
weren't there for weeks.
Nah.
Did you hold that secret up until now?
Well, like, I was so
Did
young.
anybody else know about
Look,
it?
I was 7 years old or 8 years or whatever, however fucking young I was. But I don't know if anyone knows this.
I have a pal of mine who had a similar story. Maybe not as stupid, although maybe equally as stupid. And he was about 7 or 8. And anytime they had dinner in their house, you had to go into the utility where the food bin was and scrape your food into the bin. Although in them days, I don't think there was a food bin. It was just a black bin, before they started recycling and all this kind of stuff. Because that's happened in our lifetime, But so you used to go out to the black bin in the utility room and, they said you have to scrape your food off into the bin, right? But he was 7 and he didn't understand this. So he just lobbed the plate into the bin. Just lobbed the fucking plate in the bin. And like they were all like, oh, he's great, man. Now he's a big boy. He can clean his own plate. And he just go in like, like done,
Plate and all.
done, job done. Till fucking the man was just like, where's all me fucking plates?
China.
That reminds me of my mum used to like call microwave your food. Like if you were late for dinner and you had to heat it up, she'd say bing it, because it's the noise a microwave made. Like, she'd call a remote control a zapper.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah,
parents
a
did
zapper,
a
yeah.
zapper
That
too.
But she used to say like bing it. That your dinner's cold, bing it. So like Matt came in as, I don't know, he wasn't that young. He was maybe like 15, minimum 14. And she said, right, your dinner's cold there now, bing that. And he just took it into the utility room and just scraped the full dinner into the bin.
So she
And she goes, where's your fucking
bin
dinner?
that.
He said, you bin it.
Oh, wouldn't you be furious?
Oh,
Me good dinner.
you'd be fucking eating out of the bin that day.
Jesus, wouldn't you be furious? Lads, anyway, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
My point was with the secrets is Gandalf held a secret for like fucking millennia, because he's just like, if I tell anybody, treason is our greatest foe.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell anybody until I've confirmed that this is the
Yeah.
fucking ring.
And
Basically.
a good point well made.
before we move on
A
from
good
that.
point well made. I actually...
Long way around.
Listen,
Yeah, we
I'm
went
4
long
cans
way
in, Bull. I don't really remember what your point was. But well done. Well done. Great stuff.
Good read.
Good read.
Good read.
So lads, anything else now? Any hot takes or...
I know. I think now is the time where it's like everyone's gone through their story,
Yeah.
and now it's what do they?
Oh, what do we
actually
do?
with the ring?
Yeah.
What
Right.
do we
So
do
Grant,
next?
we know it all. We've heard it all. What now?
Do you know what? I actually
do.
think it's a bit of a dick move on everyone there, because as Elrond seems to phrase it, he's in awkward silence. He's got his head in his hands and people are just like being quiet. And then Frodo just goes like, I'll take it. And then Elrond goes, yeah, we know, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
a
ask
bit
you
like,
to.
I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I
like,
can't ask you to, but since
He
you offered,
uses hanging,
it's like,
like,
yeah, no,
Absolutely.
like,
There's like a silence.
don't even say, like, like in the movie, I love that look on Gandalf's face, where he's just like devastated. Well, in this Elrond's like,
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, dead right,
Yeah.
Frodo, like, dead right.
it's
Yeah.
the only option, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what's even funnier is that, like, out of nowhere, Bilbo's like, all right, darling,
Yeah.
come on, give it to me. I know you're talking about
Fucking-
me. Give me the
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
ring.
Bilbo is literally like, right, my turn. He rolls up the sleeves.
I thought I was done. And my chapter's finished. I had a fucking
I read
final line
that
to
as
me
he's
book.
just fucking mad to get the ring back. That's all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one
it's-
last play.
Yeah,
One
100%.
last
100%.
play.
He's still in rehab. I mean, the only reason he did his honest story is because it's the 12 step where you have to admit to everybody how much you've hurt them and can tell them the honest truth.
Yeah.
Step 12.
It's a Sauron's 12 steps of
And
giving up
he's
the
just
ring.
like, right, then I'll take one more hit of heroin, lads. Go on. Go on. You've twisted me arm. Fucking love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bilbo's
Maybe
class. Bilbo's absolutely class. Like. But then they're all like, no, Bilbo, you can't take it. Eyes, Frodo.
Yeah. There was like silence after that, and it was like, let's just wait till Frodo says something.
Yeah.
Just fucking wait.
Yeah.
He'll say
And then
it.
he does.
He'll do it.
It's one of the funnier moments in the first movie is Merry and Pippin.
Jumping
You know,
in.
running in.
Where are
It's
we
like,
going?
oh, of course, you can't be separated. Elrond uses that line for Sam in the book, though.
Yeah.
Sam.
It's like,
Sam's in
well,
the bushes.
Frodo, he's like, no, Sam's sitting beside Frodo. He's like, oh, Frodo can't go on his own. And then Elrond uses the line, it's like, well, of course, you know, you can't be separated. You know,
Yeah.
even when he's invited to a council and you're not.
I don't think Sam's invited.
No, he's not
No,
invited,
he's not
but
invited.
he turns up. That's the
But
thing, he
is
just
he
follows
always
Frodo
beside
in.
him, or is he in the bush or something?
I think he's sitting beside him, he just follows him in. Follows him in.
I feel like he's kind of like sitting behind his chair or something, like not in the
Yeah,
circle.
yeah,
but-
yeah.
Right.
He's
I just
definitely
thought he
there,
wasn't-
yeah.
He wasn't allowed in, he was just being sneaky about it.
I just think he's just no separating him. And Elrond, that's why Elrond says, well, at the very least, you're going. And into the next chapter, is actually when they form the Fellowship.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
no,
at
the
this
fun
chapter.
stuff
Like, yeah.
that the film makes out is in this chapter.
Like, if this chapter wasn't long
Yeah.
enough.
No, it takes a couple of weeks, as far as I know. Elrond is like walking around the house thinking, what do I do? Who should I send? Because
Who
Elrond
will
is in
go?
charge, basically.
Yeah.
Who shall
Which is
go?
fair enough. I mean, you want someone in charge. You're gonna pick this lad. But yeah, I just felt bad. Felt bad for poor Frodo. Poor Frodo.
He was kind of hung out to dry, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
by all these super powerful, strong, knowledgeable people, and then it's like, yeah, let's just leave it to him, basically.
Yeah.
Couldn't really be arse dealing with it.
Yeah, the only two people to take responsibility are two hobbits. Like, Bilbo first.
One of them trying to
and
be
then-
responsible, though.
Well,
One
yeah.
of them really trying to be responsible.
Do you think if Bilbo
Really
was to
either way.
take it, he would be gone? He'd be
I
fucking-
gone straight out the door. Yeah,
Never to be
He's never
seen again.
precious.
Just-
I have it. Yeah.
Gandalf, like, don't put that ring in your finger, Bilbo. Alright, yeah, no bother.
He'd be in the mountain. He'd be the next Gollum.
Me began. Yeah. Was it like a Cheshire cat? You fucking delighted if he got it. I think so.
Elrond also mentioned something about Tom Bombadil and should he have been invited to the meeting. I kind of like that too. It's just the little throwback to Tom. Like, if the ring was in his possession, Sauron may not have been able to get it. It was a discussion. Like, people were like, he will, he won't. Tom's place is fucking, well guarded, or he has some sort of magic that'll be able to repent these guys. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny though, they're just like, he's a master of himself, but he'd lose the ring. He's useless.
Yeah, he
He
wouldn't
just
care
wouldn't
about it.
care about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just wouldn't see
Yeah.
the value. He put it in a drawer, someone sneak in and take it. Doesn't even care.
You know, more important things to deal about, like
Yeah, like bushes.
Goldberry sitting
Yeah.
and singing
Yeah.
by the river.
Getting lilies, not willies.
At your spin-off.
I like the way they described Gollum, because he was like really strong when Aragorn was trying to drag him all the way to Mirkwood, and really smelly and really like skinny. Like he was
Slimy.
but super
yeah.
strong for what he looked like.
Slime.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
he reminds me of like an 80s
Definitely
GAA
strong.
player, just like really stringy, wiry,
Like the
but
Gooch.
super strong.
The Gooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like him.
yeah. Just like a wiry strength to him.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, I know what you mean. So is that your hot take that Gollum is a farmer?
Yeah, it's from Kerry.
Gollum played for Offaly.
That's
in
why
the
you can
80s.
never understand the precious.
Fair enough. Yeah, very good.
Also, when it got to the bit where like they're talking about how the ring has to be done in our lifetime, like we can't just pass this down the line, we can't throw
No.
it in the sea because
It's Middle Earth's
fucking
problem.
Earth can be
Has to be dealt with by
Yeah.
us.
the sea might be the fucking land in a while. We don't know what's going to happen, so let's do it now.
Yeah.
Let's not just save our own bacon. Let's fucking sort this out. And it just reminded me that the ring is not reminded me, but just like, as much as he didn't like allegory, he didn't even see this coming, Tolkien. But the ring is climate change, and Gandalf and Elrond
Ah, no.
are David
no.
Attenborough.
Mute that man. Mute that
David
fella.
Attenborough and Greta Thunberg, and they're like, no, we have to
Nonsense.
sort this out in our lifetime.
How dare you?
Greta, if you're listening,
Big fan.
give us an email. You've got reach. We've got
Gandalf,
reach.
Greta.
We can really move the whole climate thing
Fair
along
play.
if you get on our podcast.
100%.
Should definitely
No,
have
that's pure nonsense. But fair play to you. But that's a scalding hot take. The ring is dead.
Well, like, it's going to destroy the world.
That is
Everything's
so
burned
hot.
and everything's dead, and they have to sort it out now,
super
before
hot.
the future generations have to deal with it.
Okay, so in this scenario, who's Frodo then?
Frodo is Greta.
And Bilbo is the Pope.
Bilbo's also Greta.
Everybody's
Everyone but
Greta.
the ring is Greta.
Did you just get
What about
the
you?
overall theme?
Overall what?
There's a theme of, like, the more you delve into your knowledge, the more you're getting away from what you need to be at. Like Saruman,
100%.
Scuttered,
Yeah, okay.
the dwarves, they want to know more about Mithril, gone. Elves
Scotland, yep.
are like, come on, show us how to make rings, this is class. Oh, gone. Anybody? Saruman, obviously. Did I say Saruman? I think I did.
Yeah.
So
you need to be, that's what makes the Hobbits so strong, is that they're ignorant.
yeah.
That's the
Doesn't
allegory
give a shite,
there.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And so listeners, overeat, stop exercising, and that is the path to wisdom. That's my hot take. What about you, Owen Duffy? Any hot takes?
Not really hot takes, just kind of things that stood out to me in the chapter. And Boromir was fingering his great horn and frowning.
Oh, you brought this
and
up already.
No, we're not. Can we? Is that okay? Like, is that not okay to say? There's nothing innuendo about that.
It's in your endo.
Not in 1952 or whenever the fuck you wrote this thing. Like,
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about.
fingering was invented in a nightclub in Bailieborough in 1983, right?
Yeah,
That is when
yeah,
fingering, that is when fingering was invented, right?
fact.
It's an absolute fact, right? We know that. We know that's in reeling in the ears. Like, we know that.
Right before Sugar was stolen.
Yeah. I mean, some people say, oh, right, that's enough, right?
Yeah.
Anything else on?
And yeah, again, I think they mentioned somewhere that if they destroy the ring, does all good of the 3 elven rings become undone? I think I read that. I remember you saying it before, Ross, but
Yeah.
I didn't believe you. But I think it's
Fuck you.
not.
There it is in black and white.
But like, it's not. It's like I had to read it myself, kind of thing. But no, 100%. I think that's what it says, and that is going to
why
be like
this is like the legit, like
That's-
if
that's
the ring-
huge.
if the ring has to be destroyed, but at the same time that means the elves have to get the fuck out.
yeah.
They're signing off their own death warrant.
And like
basically.
everything they've done has to be undone just because of this evil ring. Like,
Yeah,
that's
they're
a
all
lot
the
of
good
shit.
is tied to evil. They're on a quest to destroy magic
Yeah,
in a lot of ways. That's my hot take.
yeah.
That's fairly hot, like.
It's just
Because
fucked.
good magic and bad magic are all tied together essentially.
Like, if Frodo got cured by Elrond's magic, is he just gonna fucking drop dead when the ring has been destroyed, or is that why he's going to Valinor in the end, or
My shoulder never healed, Sam.
Oh, man.
But I suppose we'll get into it. I
Yeah,
suppose we'll get into
interesting
it.
though. There is definitely a connection between the elves fucking off and the ring having to be destroyed. I think there is a wee connection there, 100%. I don't know if the magic fucks off or does it fade or whatever. Any hot takes, Oshin?
No, I think your hot takes are hot enough.
Oh yeah, you have a wee suntan there, have you?
I do, from all that kind of spiciness of magic being ended and all. So, big words like.
Big words, yeah.
big
5-letter
implications.
words, M-A-H.
Big words.
Big implications, maybe.
Yeah, that's true enough. Right, shall we leave it there, lads? That's 2 full fucking episodes on 1 chapter. Surely that's enough. Surely. Right, so it's goodbye from me, goodbye from the lads.
Good luck.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right, bye.